Welcome back to the Payments News Hub. In a recent episode, we dove into the complex waters of blockchain technology. But many of us might still be asking, how will this really affect the financial industry? We take on that question and more in today's episode.
Financial institutions need to care about Bitcoin and blockchain because the use cases are immediate and they're obvious. And if some of the early use cases pan out, I think there's real money to be saved and real winners and losers that are going to shake out as the technology evolves.
At least from the financial institutions, is it really going to be that disruptive change to completely change how banks do business today? We're cautiously optimistic, but I'm not totally convinced that it will completely change what we're doing, but I do believe it'll have an impact. We're currently involved in a proof of concept internally to understand how does this work from a compliance and from an auditing perspective and from a regulation perspective. How can we embrace that new direction? So we're interested in all this new technology, but understanding it's not going to change the world tomorrow, but we may end up going in that direction long term.
Oh, there's absolutely tremendous interest by the financial services industry on all sides, whether it's trading of assets, whether it's exchanging options and other types of derivatives, whether it's the immediate settlement characteristic that you get from a blockchain, it's the reduction of counterparty risk that comes with using chains like this as well. And so all of that, I think, will not only create a more efficient and more flexible financial system, I think it might actually help us prevent the next correction.
I think the most exciting application that I see, especially in financial services, is fixing those old, I won't call them broken down, but manually intensive procedures that have taken place on a day-to-day basis. Everything from middle to back office processing, from post-trade settlement. I think the blockchain can address a lot of the redundancy in there, a lot of the mistakes.
The question that's on the mind from our issuers or our merchants, it's usually, should we be interested in this? Should this be on our radar? Should we be taking note? And the answer is yes. It should be something that you are paying attention to because it does have the potential to be so disruptive.
The more I think that the financial industry started to use common systems of record like this, common blockchains, at different levels for different purposes, the more resiliency we build into the global financial system.